Russia has sent another silent but dangerous signal to Ukraine. This is not just about fighting. It could be about taking control of territory. The top Russian general has ordered his troops to continue creating buffer zones inside Ukraine. He has told them to keep this process ongoing. Sumy, Kharkiv, and areas near the Russian border are now centers of new tension. The big question is this just a security plan, or is it a strategy to seize more Ukrainian land? According to Reuters, Russia's chief of the general staff, General Valery Gerasimov, visited a Russian command post. From there, he instructed the troops to continue establishing buffer zones inside Ukraine. Russia says these zones are meant to protect its border regions, including Kursk and Belgorod. Moscow claims this is about civilian protection, but Kyiv completely rejects this. BNDA buffer zone is meant to reduce pressure between two sides. The problem here is that these zones are being created inside Ukrainian territory. Ukraine says Russia is using the pretext of security to illegally grab land. Ukrainian officials insist this is not defense, but a slow process of occupation. President Volodymyr Zelensky has called Russia's plans for Sumy and Kharkiv madness. He says Ukraine will resist them at all costs. General Gerasimov claimed that Russian forces have taken control of roughly Jubyte square kilometers in Sumy and Kharkiv, including Sanjar settlements. However, Reuters notes that these battlefield claims could not be independently verified. This could mean either Russia is applying pressure or quietly expanding on the ground. The idea of buffer zones is not new. In August, when Ukraine launched a surprise incursion into the Kursk region, President Vladimir Putin openly supported the concept. Bans on December In a Kremlin meeting, Putin said creating buffer zones is very important. He added that this work should continue into the new year. This is not a signal of a short war. It's a long-term strategy. If Russia continues to expand buffer zones in Sumy and Kharkiv, military pressure on Ukraine will increase. The front lines will remain unstable and peace talks will become even more difficult. Europe and NATO are watching these developments closely because this is not just a Ukrainian issue. It concerns the security of the entire European region. Russia says this is for security. Ukraine calls it illegal occupation. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is clear: the war in Ukraine has entered another dangerous phase. The world is watching to see how these buffer zones will affect the conflict. This was Global News Talk.